Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
Not me really spending an hour just to do that intro. Anyways, a year ago I came across this fan art of Merengue, margarine, how do you say it?
Merengue.
From Derwent, and I fell in love. I don't even play Animal Crossing.
You what?
But I adore this character's design. Once I saw this fan art, I immediately thought of Carmella with this look and added it to the pre-order. Went ahead and asked the artist if I could create this look, knowing fully well it would take me forever to do this project, and got the okay from them. So today we are going to start off with the clothes. I have my wonderful friend Amber Navarro, also known as Doll Fashion Disco on Instagram, create this look for me. I sent over Isabella, and here are some work in progress photos and videos from her. I did try to make her outfit myself, but honestly, I'ma just pretend like it doesn't exist. While I'm waiting for her outfit to arrive, I'm going to go ahead and start on her strawberry ears. I had so many ideas on how to go about this, but ended up settling with 3D printing some free strawberries I found on free3d.com. I'm glad I chose this option because I almost made them out of epoxy sculpt, and then I would have had a heavy issue like I did with the Watermelon Girl's hat. I uploaded the files onto Chitubox, a popular 3D printing service, and started adjusting the size and compared them to Isabella's chipmunk ears. I'm using the Z-axis on Chitubox to adjust the size of these strawberries, making sure that it is all locked in place. And I'm also going to go ahead and copy it so I can have a second one, and then I'm going to center it on the plate. Afterwards, I get them ready to print by putting supports on. I'm doing some final checks, making sure everything will print correctly by using the scroll down button to see if there's anything sticking out, and putting some extra supports so everything can print out perfectly. I go ahead and save the strawberry ears onto a flash drive so I can later put it on my resin printer. So here is how they are looking on the printer, and it seems that it's going to be about 4 hours. Yikes. After about 4 hours, the strawberries are done. Before I cure them, I decide to snip off the stems to make it easier for me to glue the magnets on later. For the magnets, I bought the same ones I sent over for Isabella's pre-order, but I'll show them later on. No, but for real, why was I recording vertically? After curing them, I give them one more wash before letting them dry overnight. They came out super detailed, which I was super happy about, and I'm so excited to go ahead and paint them. Here's a comparison of how it would look on Isabella's old prototype head. After they dried overnight, I went ahead and sprayed them with my Tamiya Primer, so later when I paint them, they'll be nice and smooth. I'm using this old nail buffer that I bought on Wish to go ahead and sand down some of the supports, and afterwards I will give it another spray of primer and start painting them. Make sure you are wearing a mask whenever you sand, and if you want to, also goggles, because the dust gets everywhere and you will be coughing. I make sure that I sand in a circular motion, so when I do spray the primer, I don't see any of those scratch marks. So this is the placement of the magnets on the strawberries. I got these magnets from Apex Magnets. They're pretty cheap and very durable, so I know they'll stay on with the wig. So I ended up having a ton of issues with the epoxy glue that I bought to glue the magnets onto the strawberries. So I ended up using hot glue as an alternative, and somehow it worked, but it's only a temporary fix. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start painting the strawberries. I get some red acrylic paint and mix it with latex matte medium to make it a little bit more smoother. And I do a couple layers for the red, about like 3 layers, and then for the green about 2 layers. I use a blow dryer in between each layer to make it a bit faster. I do the same with the green as I was doing with the red, but I'm a little bit more careful because I don't want to touch the red part of the strawberries, so I use a tinier brush. And here are the finished pieces. They look super good. I'm not gonna put the varnish on because I didn't want it to be shiny. And here is how the strawberries look on her head without her wig. I'm still waiting for her wig, so for now let's move on to her eyes. I commissioned these gorgeous doll eyes to match the concept art from Alruna Aesthetics. You should definitely go check them out on Instagram. They have loads of work and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'll be using these eyelashes that I found on Amazon and they're super cute. If I actually wore eyelashes in real life, I would totally wear them. I didn't put the wig making process in this video because it was already getting too long. Let's go ahead and begin on the face up. I start by taking a bright red pencil to sketch out the eyelashes. Make sure I have a pencil sharpener at the side so every now and then I can sharpen my pencil. Then I start mapping out the strawberries on her cheeks using the same bright red pencil. I then use a light green for the leaves. I use General's white pastel pencil for her eyebrows. Use a clean brush to blend the white pencil inwards. This action is just to make the lines less harsh, so whenever I do spray it, it'll look a little softer. For her blushing, I use a large soft brush and a mix of Mungyo's vermilion and deep vermilion pastel. I accidentally started with the vermilion pastel, which turned out to be an awesome mistake. I was wondering why it was orange and realized I was using the wrong pastel color, but it still turned out nice. I'm also using the same colors for her lips, around the eyes, and her tear ducts. She looks a lot more alive when I add the blushing. Here I'm using the white pastel pencil to just add some freckles as well as add the white dots onto the strawberries. I use some Mungyo white pastels and a mix of the General white pastel pencil to fill in the eyebrows. I tried to blend out the beginning of the eyebrows to her skin, and I'm actually really proud of these eyebrows. I occasionally turn her upside down every once in a while to get a better angle. After a spray of MSC, I use the same brand pencil as the white pastel pencil, but in black. I start adding black to the eyelashes that I previously mapped out. I found out mapping the eyelashes before blushing makes everything a lot easier. if you make a mistake, you can erase and not mess up the blushing. I used the pencil as well underneath to add more coverage. I'm also using a darker red pencil to add in some more freckles, and I'm just going back and forth and adding more blushing. Now onto the eyelashes. I have no idea why I tried this, but I used the same Fabric-Tac glue I used for the wig to glue on the eyelashes, and I'm so glad that I did. I put a tiny amount on a toothpick, but it was enough to hold the eyelashes. Afterwards, when it dried, I used Mod Podge to secure the lashes, making sure to get inside the face cap as well. And I just let everything dry overnight before assembling. And here is how she is looking with her eyes put in and with the tacky wig that I made with the ears attached. Now let's go ahead and assemble her. This project was super fun. I'm so glad that I saw that picture from Derwent. I know I'm saying their name wrong, and I just really wanted to make Carmella into this character, and I'm really glad that I did, because with everything going on with COVID, this little thing is making me a lot happy. I used a toothbrush and some water to kind of fix her wig because it was sticking out. Don't laugh at this wig. It was it's a temp wig. If you know the situation that's going on, you know. But I believe the new wig that I'm getting is coming soon, so hopefully that'll be a lot better than the last one. And here she is. She's looking mighty adorable, and I cannot stop staring at her. A big thanks to Doll Fashion Disco and El Runa's aesthetics, because without them, this project would have been 10 times harder. Thank you guys so much for watching, and on the next video, well, you'll see.